Hello, hello, Pisces. This is going to be your September monthly reading. I'm going to pull a Wisdom Oracle card for you, and we'll get some energy of what's going on. Get some kind of pointed guidance here is what I like to use these cards for, and they've really been working well for these readings. Definitely showing some synchronicity. So we have a full moon in Pisces coming up for September 14th. Now that is going to cause not just Pisces, but all signs to get a real good look at how they're balancing their spirituality and practicality. So that is a good indicator of what's going on around that Pisces. Ooh, 2 cards for you, Pisces. Pisces full moon. And whenever there's a Pisces full moon, there's some kind of a large completion that happens within. So that should be pretty interesting for you Pisces out there. Now I love this. Look at that. Serendipity and observer. Now serendipity, the definition of it, is to find something amazing and joyful in the most unlikely place. So you may be finding that during September, Pisces. You may run into something that just lights up your happiness and brings you so much joy, and you just absolutely didn't see it coming. It completely blindsides you, and there you are just lifting off in total joy, not even prepared, okay? And being the observer is the feeling of stepping back and looking. Rather than being involved in something during September, you're going to want to step back and more watch it. Okay? Now, I think these are probably 2 separate things, but as the Pisces, I'm sure you're used to that duality of going in 2 different directions. So let's see how these play out for you. I did pull a card for all signs for September, and the card that we got was Need and Necessity. Now, this is really cool because it goes along with anything that is going to need balance. Anything that's going to need balance in your life, whatever the need and necessity. And I think that really goes hand in hand for you, especially Pisces, because of the spirituality and practicality. Need and necessity. How well are you balancing those 2? As a very spiritual sign, you may get too swept up in spirituality and not have enough practicality. Sometimes there's that need to really delve into the more practical side of your world, even though you're off in different realities. It's important to stay focused throughout this time, because it's that Virgo Libra energy really challenging us to maintain the balance and really challenging us to get our day-to-day activities under control. So let's see how this observer and serendipity works out, though. That's pretty cool. I like that for you, Pisces. The serendipity is really drawing me in. Oh, there goes a card. I'm going to put that there. We need 3 more. Pisces for September. There's also going to be a new moon in Libra around the 28th, and that is going to bring also some new cycles, and they could be really loving, awesome cycles around the things that we really enjoy in our life. So let's see what you got here, Pisces. We've got this mystery card hanging out at the beginning. Okay. Nice. Page of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and King of Wands. Now, right away, you have 2 court cards, okay? So that's going to be really adopting the way that these people perceive and the way that these people go about their day-to-day activity. We have every single bit of every court card inside us at every moment. When we choose to bring them forward is due to how we're, thinking, feeling, experiencing, and going about. So obviously different for every Pisces out there, but the court cards always ask us to kind of adopt. Oh, and you know what? There's 3. Look at that, the page. Pardon me, I was wrong. There's actually 3 court cards, so that is quite a big deal. That's some kind of an energy you're going to adopt. And being a mutable sign, you're going to be able to do that easily. You'll be able to do it pretty easily. So let's check in here and see what we got going. Page of Wands attitude is going to be driven by passion. But he's not really doing much about it. He's just driven to look at it. He's driven to accept it and be aware of it. There's a new passion in town, right? There's a new excitement going on within the Page of Wands, and he's deciding to look into it further. So it's right at the beginning of something new. It's that spark. It's that first thing that makes us go, I wonder. And that could be found, since it's falling out right next to that serendipity, that could be found in a very unusual place for you, Pisces, someplace you never would have expected. So when you're going through September, make sure you're maybe engaging in activities or experiences that you wouldn't normally, because that's that unusual place. You're going to find something amazing and joyful in the most unusual place. And that may pique your interest and start you off onto a whole new thing. Being the page. The pages are kind of like an ace. I like to compare them to that because it's the beginning of a new idea. It's the beginning of something new. And it's new communication and, just that new thought process. Now with the Eight of Pentacles being here, this is something you've been kind of working really hard on. This could be something involving work. This could be a relationship. This could be a creative project. And it's something that's meant to bring stability, and that's why you started it. And it seems to be going pretty well. I can't see how it really fits in right here currently, but the eight's always about having strength. So if we put it in that manner, we're really asking, I guess, is Pisces on their path and maintaining it with strength? So ask yourself, are you doing this still out of passion? Is it still making you feel good? What is this? Is this your work, Pisces? Is this the money you make? What brings you stability in your life? So that's something to ask yourself as you look at this card, because it seems like it's really just asking, are you maintaining that strength? And it really looks like it. It really looks like that's what's happening here, because I don't see any cards that would indicate that there's weakness or a lack of or anything like that, because this Knight of Swords here is bringing in some serious action, sometimes running in without thinking too much, as his thoughts sometimes go wild and he just goes in. He's not going in with much passion, I guess. He's thinking heavily and fast. He's not absorbing the thought. He's just taking a thought and running with it. He's getting some kind of a download and he's going for it. So the Knight of Gifts is very fast moving energy. And the energy that you adopt from this, Pisces, is action on your thoughts. What do you need to make action on? You may be sitting there having a lot of thoughts, and maybe that's what you've been working on, is something new, that you've been really trying to hone before you present it. Or maybe you're done with something and you have a new thought. So when we're at the Eight of Pentacles, we're getting really close to culmination. That's pretty close to the 10 there. So maybe this is what you've been doing, and these are what you're getting ready to do. These court cards are expressing that new you that's coming forward, because something you've been doing for a really, really long time, and it's getting close to being done. Like, you've done what you can do where that is. The stability that you were looking for, you've received from it, and really you can't go much further. There's going to be the 9, which is amazing, right? 9 of Pentacles. You're feeling the abundance, feeling the joy, and then there's moving through the 9 into the 10, where you really get that jackpot feeling, and such a solid foundation. That's that feeling of stability that you get from the 10, but the 8 is so close to that. And with these being right at the beginning, it feels like you've been wrapping up something, Pisces. whether you want to admit it or not, right? Because you're still working on it. You're still there. You're still involved. You haven't totally stepped out, but it's getting close. And with the page and Knight coming out, you have some new passions to chase. You're excited. There's some new excitement coming through in September for you. And, maybe this card's saying you've been the observer for a long time. This card usually signifies that you should step back and look at what's going on, and that could really signify this too, of look at what you've been doing. Look how far you've come, Pisces. You've done a lot. What are you doing next? So let's get over to this King of Wands here, and this guy is absolute fire, passion driven, and he does everything by passion, and he is able to rule his kingdom through passion and results in luxury and abundance. Okay, he just goes after it. It's passion. It's something in the way that he does his action, work. It's passion, work, and action, all wrapped up in mastery. So the adoption of this card is to have mastery over what it is that you're chasing. What is it? What is driving you and giving you passion? Are you still there? Are you still receiving passion? Because whatever you're stepping into is about to light you on fire. If you're not feeling that passion right now, Pisces, you're about to have that in September. You're about to have it. You really need to do some kind of action toward it. That fast, mental, maybe some communication, because that's not the page, it's the Knight. So you're needing to do some of that action, okay, Pisces? And forgive yourself if you feel like you didn't do well right there, right? You've been doing the best you can. I don't know why that was necessary, but that was a little message for somebody, because you're about to find something amazing. That serendipity card there, that's good stuff coming. That's like getting the wish card and not even knowing it. It's like stumbling in and finding the wish card. That's that beautiful energy of, Two of Cups, a new happiness. I dig it. And at some point, you do need to step back and check in. Check in with where you've been and where you're wanting to be. And if those things of where you want to be aren't lining up with where you're at, well, you're not a tree, Pisces. You're a fish. Get on downstream or upstream, wherever you're headed. It's that time. Okay. 6 of Cups coming out there. The Tower had flopped itself out right on that Page of Wands, so definitely a new beginning right there. Definitely. High Priestess coming out. And King of Cups on top of King of Wands. Now this is interesting. I like the way this is boiling up here, Pisces. Now, like I said, there's a new passion. And why? Because something that you were super passionate about has completely ended. And there is no more passion there. There is nothing there. Whatever was there is no longer there. A Tower moment can be very scary, frustrating, and devastating even. But it's meant to be. The Tower is that major expected ending. And something like that may have already happened, and you're still, swallowing it down or whatever, or that's going to happen in September. But it's all for good, because there's so much good energy following it. So hoping that you already experienced this Tower and that you've already been through this change. It doesn't have to be external. This can be something internal. This doesn't have to be like your house literally come down. I mean, it could be, right, for some of you Pisces out there. But this right here, it could be something internal. Some kind of a crumbling of a perception or a mindset or some kind of, path that you believed in. Whatever it is, it's done. You've done as much as you can and you've gone there. What comes after the Tower? It's the Star. It's that wish, like I was saying. It's that wish you stumble upon. So there's that wish, that serendipity that's coming out of this. Something amazing comes out of this. Usually in the tarot card, it's the people falling, but there's that belief that they're being caught. That's the point of that tower, is you know that you're being caught because this is meant to be. You're being guided to this moment because you've learned the lessons, and everything you know and all the wisdom you've had, Pisces, up to this minute doesn't even fit inside this tower anymore. You're bigger than it. So it had to go. So, maybe have some happiness in that. Now with this, there's been nostalgia. Whatever you've been working on that's bringing you stability, lately you've had some nostalgia about it. Maybe nostalgia how about it used to be and how it's not that anymore. Maybe some nostalgia about how far you've come from the sixes. Either way, it's a choice. It's a choice to recognize the emotion that comes with what you're doing and working on. What kind of emotion comes with being strong? There's that strength energy there. What kind of nostalgia do you feel when you think of strength and the strength that you've had in your life before? This is an amazing feeling to re-engage with an old friend and think about the memories that you've had before. Maybe you ran into an old coworker and you remember how it used to be at your job and they don't work there anymore, and something said that reminds you, and you're thinking, man, that's not how it is anymore. Look at all these cobwebs. Something happens here where you have the choice to recognize a feeling inside yourself, and it may be conflicting. It may absolutely be conflicting with whatever you have going on here that you've been working on that brings stability into your life. It's not like you're hoping it's bringing stability. It's already been bringing stability. There's a lot of cobwebs. That is your stability there. And something's made you reflect and look at it again. I like it. I like that, Pisces. That's pretty deep. Now, this is really cool with the High Priestess coming out. She comes out in a lot of Pisces readings. And this is your intuition. And that is your biggest tool, Pisces, is your intuition. With the Knight of Swords coming out here, you have a new truth. And you're taking that truth and that information and you're running with it. And why? Because you trust. You trust the path and the things that you've been through, knowing that the only way through is forward. And through, no stopping. There's that wisdom right there. You're getting the download from Spirit and all of that knowledge and the reason you do what you do. High Priestess. You don't even have to explain it. That's all written down. That's inner knowing, inner knowledge, deep mystical knowing. And you're able to tap into that, Pisces, easily into your own intuitions and really get that download from Spirit and see. Check in. Look how those line up with the observer. That fox is really taking a dang good look at that moon. Observing it. Curiosity. Thinking. That's what's happening here. There's that action towards your thought because you know something, Pisces, and you're going to use that information. And look at this. You're going to master. You have King of Wands, King of Cups. Knowing your emotions but not letting them overrule and still being able to rule an entire kingdom, and knowing your power but using your passion. Beautiful energy, Pisces. I absolutely love that for you. That is mastery over emotion like no other. And that can be difficult for some Pisces, but it's going to end up in you're going to have such an amazing thing come from this. And you won't even see it coming because you got all this other stuff going on. And boom, gift. 18. There it is. 18 is the Pisces number in tarot. So, you're right there. You're right there getting some kind of gift from the universe. It's beautiful. It's almost like I don't know why I keep feeling the wish card. It just feels like the wish card. So let's get 4 of these tarot dice for you, Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see if you can just clarify this just a little bit further. Okay. More court. So there could be even a lot of people supporting you right now, or people coming into your life, teachers, friends, family, new people. There is a lot of cards going on. So alert over here, first of all. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 swords. What do we know about 9 swords? Extra overkill on the pain and emotion. Okay, because the 10 of swords is when you've been killed dead extra. That's usually the tarot card where the figure is laying face down and there's 10 swords in his back. Well, this is where it's happening. The 10 is where it's already happened and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh. 9 is where it's happening. So there's no odds that it comes out on the tower. You're feeling that on every level. And the advice is to let it go. Let it go and recognize that there's something new coming out of this. And what is it? A new truth. One sword will come out of this. One. And that's going to be the thing that guides you, that one, that new opportunity, that new start. And with the Lovers coming out for you, Pisces, something new is brewing. Now, with this Lovers coming up on top of the 6 of Cups, this could definitely be somebody coming back into your life. And it's, another chance to be connected. But I really feel like it's a chance to connect with what you love. Remembering and going inside and connecting with yourself and remembering and choosing what you love. This is that reminiscing about something that was so amazing and felt so good. And with this Lovers dice coming out, that's reconnecting. Remembering why you're here could be a part of that. It could also be part of why you're leaving here. Maybe this is a part of this. Maybe you've had a tower moment on what you've been working on and you're kind of done with it because you realize you've made it pretty far and you only have a little bit to go. You might want to start working on a new plan. New plan. Now with this Page of Wands coming out right here and right there, okay, that is definitely synchronicity for you. There's that excitement. That's what's driving you. You have excitement and you have some kind of new download, new information. You've been given some kind of information, Pisces, from spirit, from your guides, whatever it is that you resonate and believe with spiritually. You're getting something, and that could even be that serendipity. You've been given from the divine, and that is going to drive you into a whole new thing. You have Page of Wands and Knight of Swords. Both these guys are ready to do something. They're ready to do something with what they've got. This guy's ready to check out his new passion. See, these two are the same. This guy's ready to use that information and run with it. Ready to use that new idea. Now, you also have the Page of Coin coming out, and that's some slower energy. That's a new stabilization coming in. You have stability from this here, but this is brand new. This is new information, new communication. Something new is coming, and it's going to bring different stability, We get to go to that next level. That's that next level stuff, Pisces, when we hit that 8 of coins. Getting up to that 9 and 10 of coins is a breeze. You're probably going to pass right through it in September. So definitely checking out where your need and necessity is so that you don't miss this opportunity. Reflecting. The only way you're going to see this nostalgia and feel this is if you observe. Don't really get into the emotional aspect of the crumbling away. Really look at how it's going to serve you in the forward momentum because, wow, Pisces, that's intense energy right there. So that's your September reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe. I'm pretty new. It helps me spread the word and helps you keep an eye on what's going on this page. I'll be posting full moon readings for the 14th of September. Hit your bell and you'll get that update. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you soon.